business is a large part of Santa Clarita. It always has been. And for that, we decided to approach the Chamber of Commerce to come up with 2 questions that they felt best represented the business community here in our town. And so now I'm going to send it over to Charlie Gill with the Chamber of Commerce, and he's going to ask his 2 questions.
Thank you, John. On behalf of the 1,700 members of the Chamber, I'm honored to be here tonight to address the 5 candidates, and certainly appreciate KHTS and the Signal for their involvement in the candidate forum tonight. So the question first that the Chamber would have, which I'd direct to candidate Spear, what tax increases such as business license and utility taxes do you support?
Well, frankly, I don't support any increases in taxes to the businesses. The businesses bring in the revenue to the city. I believe that any tax that exists should be not tax, but any fee that exists with respect to the businesses should be cost recovery only. I believe that the businesses are the lifeblood. When we talk about developing housing in our community, we talk about creating 2 jobs for every unit. I think it's important that the city work very hard with the businesses to help small businesses develop, to help existing businesses find their place in the community, to partner up where possible with the Chamber, with the college, to bring in the right kinds of businesses. I don't believe that taxing the businesses or adding extra fees is going to help us. I think in difficult times, businesses have a very difficult time succeeding. We've all seen what happened to Newhall Hardware. A lot of that was driven by the type of economy we have. I would support proactive programs to assist businesses learn how to be more effective, but would not want to tax them out of existence.
Thank you. Candidate Troutman, what tax increases such as business and utility taxes do you support?
Well, let me first say that I'm one of your 1,700 members, and I don't want to see taxes increase on businesses or bring licenses. I think, if there was anything, maybe a fee that would in turn present a greater benefit to businesses, but it would have to be something that goes back, that provides an added benefit, maybe something that supplements what the city does. But I don't foresee anything, and I agree that we do need to do something about protecting businesses. It is very rough. The economy right now is hurting me. The roads are hurting my business. So I want to see a lot of things improve to support our businesses. And we do really need to have that balance of businesses of all sizes, because that helps one another. So I think we need to come up with some proactive programs to help, but also figure out how we can help the small businesses stay, because across the area, not just with Newhall Hardware, but throughout the community, we're seeing businesses that are going by the wayside because of the rents. We've got huge rent increases. We need to come up with some solution to that, and I will work on that.
Thank you. Candidate Loriander, what tax increases such as business and utility taxes do you support?
I would prefer not to see any tax increases for anyone, business, personal, otherwise. It's a cyclical effect. If you tax a business, if you tax, add things on, it's going to get passed along to the consumer. We are not in a great place right now economically as a nation, and I think the idea of passing along the burden as it goes through sort of the financial food chain is a bad idea. So I can't think of any that I support. Rather, what I support is looking at things like that the Chamber of Commerce does, and some of the business networking groups that exist. It's an impressive network out there of businesses, local owners trying to support each other. And I always say I'm the shop local girl, but I'd add in parentheses, shop locally owned, eat locally owned as well. And so I think we need to look the other direction. I think we need to look, instead of at taxing, more at supporting our local business, and particularly our locally owned business.
Thank you. Candidate Maria Goodside, what tax increases such as business license utility taxes do you support?
Thank you. I would say definitely no tax increases. I've got an idea for a tax decrease that I'd mention, but more importantly, what I'm hearing from people I talk to around the community is about streamlining on the permitting process. I've heard from numerous small business owners that are looking at moving into some of our older areas of town, such as along Sierra Highway, in Canyon Country, looking at getting a building, fixing it up, expanding. They have a grand vision for their small business or medium-sized business. And then they get into the permitting bog that sometimes takes years, takes, single entrepreneurs thousands to $25,000 to $100,000 in fees. Case in point, a auto business that wanted to fix up a shop around Costco was told after spending $25,000 in fees, oh, by the way, you need to widen the freeway ramp. I mean, can you imagine someone that has a small business already laying out $25,000 in fees and then being told, oh, by the way, it'd be a few more million to widen the freeway ramp or we're not going to give you the permit. We need to be upfront with these businesses about what it takes to get through the permitting process. Give them a checklist. Absolutely, we need codes and standards. Give it to them up front. These are just people trying to make a living, trying to support their family. We need to be more friendly towards that. And my discount, I've got a friend in the back. I'm a big believer in alternative energy. Got solar panels on my house. And it's a small thing, but a token thing. I think the city should offer a break on your permit for solar panels. I mean, we all say we're going to take that step. People are laying out thousands of dollars for these solar panels. And if we can cut the fee a little bit, make them feel good, say, hey, thanks for doing it, we should look at doing that in our city.
Thank you. Candidate Keller, what tax increases such as business licensing and utility taxes do you support?
Good question, Charlie. As a past chamber president myself, the answer is very easy. None. I absolutely have never seen a necessity, a need for that, and would not support it in any shape, way, or form, and haven't ever supported it. But what I do want to say is that, and Bob touched upon it, and other candidates have as well, the importance of business. It is critically important that we have a strong business community out there. And I'm proud to say, ladies and gentlemen, that this city has worked very closely with the chamber and vice versa. Had an occasion a few years ago going to one of the League of California Cities, and I found myself at a luncheon setting with some people from various cities, and somehow or other we found ourselves talking about chambers of commerce. And I was amazed to see that so many cities do not have the working relationship. They're at loggerheads. How in the world can a city be at loggerheads with a chamber of commerce? You're talking about two entities that need to work together, and each of them, their success is totally dependent upon one another. Without good, strong business space in this community, do you think that we would have the revenue to be able to come forward and provide all of the services and amenities that we've been able to do here in Santa Clarita? Absolutely not. So we have been, and we're going to continue to work very, very closely with the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce into the future to ensure good, strong, healthy businesses here so we can also ensure a good, strong, healthy city and doing the people's business. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, candidates. Thank you, Candidate Keller.